Hi y'all. Alright, so yesterday I showed you the pattern that I wanted to do, that I really have been wanting to do, is the where it's all different granny squares, different shapes. Well, I thought I found the pattern in this magazine. I got to reading it a little further and I realized it's a crochet along. So it's in like 6 or more issues. And I'm not going to go and buy all the issues. That's just not going to happen. So I went onto the Ravelry website and I did find the whole pattern on Ravelry. It's called Vintage Sweethearts Crochet Along by Sandra Paul. I found the pattern, and of course it's UK, so it was in UK money. It's like 5 something UK money. I don't know how much that would be in American dollars. But eventually I'm going to buy it because I really like that pattern. So I went on my Facebook and I said, hey, does anybody have a known free pattern to do with this? And one of my favorite crochet designers, Frank O'Randall, was like, honey, you can do that with graph paper. You can make your own with graph paper. And that put, I'm sorry y'all, let me pause because I think I'm having a runny nose. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I'm trying really hard not to touch my nose or anything. The weirdest thing has happened. This is another time it's happened before, but it's happened again today. Is I get a bad pain in my neck and then my nose just starts oozing blood everywhere. So I'm trying to make sure that it's not doing that on camera because that's the last thing that we need to see. So it just feels weird. I don't have nosebleeds, and then all of a sudden now it's like, hey, we're gonna do this, and blood clots will come out too. That's the weird thing. Anyway, so Ravelry has the pattern. I'm gonna eventually buy it. But if y'all remember, Miss Janice sent me this little quilter's planner. Well, on the back it has graph paper. So this was my first shot at this. I was like, that's not gonna work. But once I had the measurements, because Miss Beth gave me measurements and Frank gave me the measurements of like, okay, your squares need to be this, this, and this, all divisible by whatever. And so my next pattern is the one that I'm going to make happen. And I think it looks really well. I want to get another big piece of graph paper to really plot it out and make sure this is what I want to do. And y'all can pause the video at this time, and I don't care if y'all take this pattern and run with it. You know, somebody's gonna sell it probably. Whatever, I don't care. But I think this is what I'm gonna go with. Can y'all see that? And it's gonna be granny squares. I was hoping to find a 12-inch granny square that I liked, that could be like a focal granny square, and then the rest will be just regular granny squares. But I have yet to find a 12-inch I haven't found a 12-inch anywhere that I like. And plus, finding a 12-inch granny square is kind of hard. Yes, I use the old Googles, but Google doesn't always work for some reason. I can't seem to find what I want. So I had to go to the library and print some stuff off. And while I was trying to find okay, where is this? While I was trying to find granny squares and stuff, I found another pattern that I was like, oh, that's what I'm going to do. This one is the random squares throw, and I don't have a good picture of it, but here it is from Simply Saw. I think it's Yarn Karen. Anyway, it's a granny square pattern. And they use 2 strands together. I'm not going to do that. There's just no sense in that. But I was like, yeah, I think that's a pattern that will try to work on. I was seeing, make sure to have any other patterns. I mean, any other pictures. But it's a granny square with a circular in the middle. I kind of like those. I don't know. I'm drawn to those, and I don't know why, but they're cool. I'm good. And then I found this one, and I said, you know what? This would work good with scraps. and they'd have a solid cohesive border. It's a heart fillet crochet square, and they did this in a pastel colors and made a baby blanket out of it. So it may be something, another scrap project. I need to get rid of these scraps, and it's not like I'm in a rush to do so. I don't have to do them, you know, or whatever, but I want to thin out the herd with the scraps because they're taking over. I have one full giant tote of scraps, and that's just too much. I mean, it's full of scraps, and I want to be able to use those. The other thing is, and I forgot to write it down, but if y'all remember, I did that band sampler from the Tapestry Weavers band sampler. It was 41 inches long, I think. Well, last year she did in one that was plants, I think. I'm not sure. This year I didn't know she was doing one, and it's animals, and it's bigger than the one I did. I want to do it. I want to do it. I do. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have so many irons in the fire. But I bookmarked it because eventually Glendon Place is going to end. Because like I said, I'm down here at the very bottom, and I just got to go there. I have put Halloween Hijinks quilt one on hold for the moment, just for the moment, so I can finish Glendon Place. And then I still have a couple of Glendon Places available, and then I also have Jane's Joy, just a regular quilt one, from her 1863 quilt. So I need to get this pop. I need to get all of these put on a comb, because I've got plum pudding right here, and then I have another one called tiramisu, and I need to put them on comb, you know, in a booklet form with combs. Office Depot does that for decent price, so I need to make it happen for sure. It's just easier to do it than trying to do it one page at a time, you know what I'm saying? I find it easier to put it in the booklet form, and that way I can have all my pages available to me and they're not flying everywhere. So anyway, it's a long video, I'm sorry, and all the rambling. I've got a bunch of bunny trails I've got going, but I definitely want to do that band sampler. I really do. I know I'm out of my mind doing that. I'm out of my mind for wanting to do that, but it is what it is. So a lot of great ideas happening, and I just gotta reel them in a little bit better and not be so, whoa, squirrel, ooh, waffles. Some days I wish y'all could have a taste of what's inside of here. Because some days I'm like, girl, what is wrong with you? Settle down. Take some pills. It's just crazy some days. I think, you know, that's the glory of having bipolar, is it's random as hell most days. Some days you're sitting in the closet crying, and then some days you're like, ding, 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 ding. You never know. You just never know. It's a great thing to have some days. Yeah, but I have to say though, I haven't had to sit in my closet in quite a while. A lot of y'all know that closet's my safe space where nobody can hurt me, because of what I've gone through, and I'm not upset about what I've gone through. It's made me stronger, made me a better person. But the closet has always been a safe space to me where nobody can hurt me, and I used to be in there quite a bit, and you know, last little while now, I haven't had to do that. I've gotten better, and I choose every day to fight and get better and make myself a better person. And I've come a very long way. I still have a long ways to go, but same thing with my weight loss. You know, I'm getting 2 miles a day, and for those that have asked about my steps and if I'm still walking and stuff, I'm still getting 2 miles a day. It could be better. It could be a lot better, like 3 or 4, but with 100-degree temps even at 7, 8 o'clock at night, it's too much. And I've tried to walk at night, but I come across skunks and other random creatures, and I don't feel safe doing that. So, you know, I try to walk around 7, 8 o'clock, but still, it's still hot. And it's going to get worse when I have the knee surgery in September. So I'm trying to get it all in now, because September is going to knock me in the dirt, and I'm going to not be able to just jump up and go get my miles in. It's gonna be a tough road, and then hopefully I'll feel better. Hopefully all this pain will go away, and it'll maybe cure the hip pain too, because it's not only my knees, it's my hips too, and then my back. But my back has arthritis in it, and I think it's getting worse, because I know if I bend over for any amount of time, whether it be 30 seconds to a minute, it takes me a minute to straighten back up to where I can stand up. A lot of times I walk hunched over because it hurts so bad. But I try not to complain about it. Try not to, give it attention or anything. I just keep going and carry on. So anyway, guys, spread peace, love, and kindness, and do all things in love. I will talk to you later.